Hello, everyone. So, today's the big day, November 16th. Um, and I just want to say that I'm very grateful for everything that I'm able to do and all the stuff that we're about to be showing you is teasers and stuff that will be coming up for the next episode and for future projects for Webtoon. So yeah, it's gonna be absolutely epic. I really am excited to show you guys everything that I've been working on, and me, or also my grandpa, who is also working over at Artwork Story Studios. If you guys want to go check out the YouTube channel for Artwork Story Studios as well, or if you guys are already on the Artwork Story Studios, go check out the Aiden The Humanoid official YouTube page over there as well. And we're going to be talking to my grandpa, or he's going to be talking to you guys what he liked about it. So let's go ahead and head over there. All right.
Hey. What's up?
Man, I had to fix myself, jeez. So, I'm about to be asking you questions about Aiden the Humanoid.
Yeah?
And the first question I have for you is, what did you find interesting during Aiden the Humanoid throughout the 3 years of it being, made?
First of all, the thing I found interesting was that you were actually doing it. Okay? Because I never thought that was something you'd be interested in. And if you remember, at one point, because of the interest you had, I thought it would be a good idea for you to get into some kind of artistic school where you could maybe create things, and you were already doing it on your own. So I guess it's kind of surprised me. And I thought, well, it's interesting. Let's see where this goes. And it's been how many years now? 3 years?
Yep. November 16th.
And I'm kind of, I gotta admit, still kind of surprised. But you're still here and you're still doing it. So, I guess that's it.
What did you, out of the entire 3 years with the character Aiden, what did you find interesting in the character itself?
What I find interesting?
Like the character design or...
I'm gonna be honest. I found it interesting that he didn't move a lot. And you came up with so many different things for a still. I mean, and believe it or not, that does take a little talent. Not everybody can do that.
Right.
So, I guess that's it.
When I told you about the series that I was working on, Aiden the Humanoid, what did you think it was going to look like?
To be honest with you, I had no idea. I didn't have a clue what it was going to be like. I didn't know if it was going to be a kind of a robotic looking thing or what, and the fact that it's still kind of surprising what it is. Like his head, it's like I don't know how much further I can describe it, but he's a different character, I'll say that.
Yeah. Do you have, before we move on, do you have one question for me, for the audience that are going to be watching this?
The only question is one I've already asked you, and I'll ask it in a different way this time. The question originally was, have you thought of animation? Well, now the question is, are you considering animating? You told me at one point you tried, but you weren't familiar. If you had someone like myself helping you to animate it, would that be something you'd look into, or you're looking into, or you'd be interested in?
Yeah, most definitely.
Because I think that at this point, for 3 years, of stills, maybe it's time to give it a shot, see how it works out. And I'm not talking about animation like you watch on television so much as going with the theme that you're working with, still characters, and just give them a little more motion, a little more action to
Right.
it. In other words, instead of just standing there with his hand in his pocket, maybe get it to where he moves around and he's talking, or maybe he'll go like this from this position. You know, different simple things at first. I think that would be a good idea. If you're willing, I can work with you on that.
Yeah.
I've actually drawn characters for somebody, made them into 3D from 2D, and I've actually made it walk across the screen on a computer.
Yeah.
In 3D.
Now,
So I think I could help you with that if you wanted help.
another thing that I have a question for.
Yeah.
Or not a question, but just to kind of throw it out there as a truth type of thing. And just to get the people to know that there was a project that was being made for a Aiden the Humanoid game, like a video game, that was basically in the works for quite some time, and we couldn't get it down.
Huh. Well, that's something.
And this is like a truth thing, just so that way the audience didn't know, like, yeah, right, this, you know what I mean? Because you never knew,
Yeah.
you never know. People could probably be like, this was never going to be a thing anyways.
Yeah.
But it was a work in progress at one point.
Yeah. Well, a game would be interesting, I suppose, if you thought it could think of all the angles to a game and know things, a direction you want to go, because there's so many different kind of games. You know, you have the Mario Brothers type of thing where he walks along and he jumps and he avoids characters that are trying to knock him off, and then there's the kind where you go through a maze and try to make your way through, and then there's the kind where you do all kinds of different things. You know, so it's a matter of sitting down and just going over different ways of making a game. I do have software that if we worked on it and we both learned it a little bit better, might be able to do that. Or maybe we could find a newer software and just take your character and plop it in there and create from that point. I was looking at something today, in fact.
Yeah.
But I got busy and I wasn't feeling good, so I gave it up for the moment.
Another question. How long did you think that Aiden the Humanoid was going to go? Because season 8 is the finale. And how long did you think that I might have been keeping it up with the seasons?
I had no idea, to be honest with you. I didn't think it was 8 seasons it's been. I had no idea that it would last 8 seasons, to be quite honest with you. I am not sure why. Maybe it's because I thought that, you know, a lot of young people have, they have aspirations that don't come to full fruition.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can describe it. You know, you want to do something and you attempt it, you give it a try, you do it for a while, and then you lose interest. But that's another thing about this whole thing to me is you haven't lost interest in this yet. And I find that, you know, commendable, actually. It's something that you like doing, you enjoy doing it, obviously, or you wouldn't have 8 seasons of it.
Yeah.
And I find that when you ask me for advice, and I give it to you, you have applied it so far. So I think that maybe you and I should get together a little more, sit down together, and you got to keep in mind I was a computer draftsman for 35 years.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of familiar with drawing.
Now,
stuff,
mind you,
know?
I gave him the role as CEO of Artwork Story Studios. So whenever you guys been going through like the episodes of Aiden the Humanoid, and you guys see the name Artwork Story Studios, it's because I'm also giving him certain credit as well for the episode, because there has been ideas he has been giving me throughout some of the time of Aiden the Humanoid, like with the whole
the bubbles for one
yeah,
time.
like who's talking first, you know, like with you guys have seen the numbers recently with that change, he came up with that idea for our Work Story Studio. So now, like, I put him down in there. I'm like, okay, well, big things, and you know, also have help from our Work Story Studios.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that because I do have some more ideas for you. I was looking at it night before last,
Well,
the last episodes.
I do have a big project happening next year. We're not going to tell the people because we're going to let the trailers tell them exactly what's happening.
Let them tell the story, right?
Yeah, and that could possibly be where we can work on is for that new project that we're working on. But yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you have questions for, or?
No, I've just recently, when we've talked, I did come to a better understanding of Aiden, the story, the theme, where it's headed, and where it came from, and more in depth about it. Let me put it like that, and that helps in understanding where you're going with this whole story. Um, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how far you can go with it. I think.
Yeah, because I know when we do the ending to Aiden the Humanoid, which is the last episode.
Yeah.
This next episode is the finale to Aiden the Humanoid. I am going to be doing a credit little page as well, and it'll show everyone who, like you and me, and then maybe even Clarence, because I know Clarence is also part of Artwork Story Studios, even though he doesn't necessarily help, but he's still in there. He was actually going to be one of the ones that helped me with the Aiden Humanoid video game as well.
Yeah.
When we got into working in progress.
Because of my age and as long as I've been on Earth, I've seen a lot. Okay, I've seen cartoon characters go from a two-dimensional Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Mighty Mouse, to what they are today, three-dimensional characters that are more popular than most anything in the world. As far as animations go. And everything I think has kind of stemmed from them. Look what you can do with a two-dimensional character. You can bring it to life. You can animate it, make it move, make it do things. If you do that with that, how about animating people? Create characters, and you see what they're doing, putting lights all over them. I'm not saying you should go to that point, but what I'm saying is a progression in the characters and in the series might make it much more popular, or it might help to increase its popularity. I think you kind of should be going in that direction of seeing what you can do. And then again, you might just want it to remain a 2D character. If that's what you want, then it's your character,
Right.
But I can someday I can show you how I can animate, how I can create a 3D character from it. And I can show you how I can animate it if you like. We'll do it on my computer. I think I still have the ability. I've lost a few things I've had to let go for various reasons, but we'll give that a shot one day and see what you think of it.
Yeah. But let's see, do I have any more questions? If not, then I think we can end it here.
Okay. Would your battery die?
No, I turned it off because it was malfunctioning.
I was wondering why you weren't lighting up over there.
It was just like changing, and I was just like, no, I can't blind. I can't blind them. Can't blind the people either.
Yeah.
Because this thing is just, even when there's light, it's still very bright.
Is it bright inside that thing too?
No.
Oh no. Okay.
No, it's only bright out.
Okay.
It's not bright in. If it was bright in, I wouldn't even be worried.
It'd be blinded, yeah. I guess I wouldn't think.
I gotta get a new one though. So.
Do you? Why? What's wrong with that one?
Keeps malfunctioning, keeps screwing with me. So.
Oh, all right.
But.
You trash it.
Yeah, buy a new one and then throw this one. Shoot it with a BB gun.
We could use my shotgun if you want. You really want to mess it up.
But I personally, what personally liked about it throughout the 3 years of doing it is just like I drew those three, you know, episodes. It was three first episodes, and I was like, I'm liking this. I might keep going with it.
Mm.
And then here I am 3 years later, continuing the story, and I still got a lot to go. Especially even though Aiden the Humanoid's, ending is coming to an end. But I still want to continue the journey with even everyone else those characters that are in there.
If you've ever followed comics, like the Avengers, Flash, Superman, you'll come to a realization that not all comic characters come to an end.
Right.
They cease a certain time, but then they come alive somewhere down. Look at Superman, the death of Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, he died, and he was brought back later on. Somebody figured out how to bring him back to life in a believable way, and they did. And
yep.
It worked out well. And how he got killed, you think, well, how can you kill Superman except with kryptonite? Well, that was how he was killed. And, these characters are going to be there in people's minds. And somewhere down the road, as you're working on other projects, you might come up with an idea. Or the people working with you might come up with an idea of how to bring those characters back.
Right.
So I wouldn't call them finished.
Yeah. That's what I'm...
Call them retired for the moment.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing, too, is that's what the project is for next year, is to end Aiden's story and to find one of those characters to start a new one up.
Yeah,
and I'm not giving the audience here any clues of what I'm doing. And
yeah, don't do that.
I'm not doing that. They'll have to find out by the trailers, because the trailers won't spoil a lot, but it will give them the name and possibly a release date if I'm ready for a release date to happen.
Yeah.
But I personally say this was a pretty good interview, I would say.
What? Okay, cool.
But let's let the trailers roll.
Speak for itself. Oh, you're gonna do the trailer?
No,
oh.
But
wait till it comes out to you.
Yeah.
Ready. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But yeah.
All right then. Well, thank you for this.
Most definitely.
And good luck.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
I know. Like, before we end this here, the biggest thing that I go by almost every day is that if you have a dream, follow it.
Yeah.
If you have a big dream to carry on drawing, then I don't see a problem doing it. I mean, I've been doing YouTube for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing Twitch, which is another streaming platform, for 6.
Yeah.
Never given up on it.
Yeah, I have a YouTube site. I have a website and a YouTube page, but I haven't done anything with it because I'm not sure what to put on there. I don't know what to do with it. So for you to come up with something to put on is commendable as well.
Yeah.
Doing better than me in that area. So yeah, we'll work on things. Give you some more ideas on how to improve on some different things.
Yeah. But alrighty. Let's end this right here.
Yep.
And we'll let the trailers speak for himself.
Adios.